Good afternoon, investor and corporate. Welcome to Digital Roadshow Year-End 2024 Performance Review. This session will run about 45 minutes, including Q&A. Company will start the session by 30-minute presentation, followed by 15-minute Q&A. During Q&A, investor may leave your question in meeting room chat box or use raise your hand function. We will open your microphone so you can ask the question to the company directly. May I now invite PRTR Group Public Company Limited to start the presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome from PRTR Management. I'm Narita Adungapulik, Head of Investor Relations, and we have Kun Risra Jaranpanit, our CEO, and Kun Thirapat, our CFO, joining this session. So may I sharing the information of the company for the investor to understand our business. Then we will come with the agenda of the outlook of the company, and at last will be the financial performance of 2024, and the final past 15 minutes we'll get the Q&A. Please leave your question if you have any questions. Okay. So first session will be go through about company overview and the highlights. PRTR been open for 32 years. Business starting from like recruitment, but currently we have main business is outsourcing. Staff outsourcing generate like 95.9% of the revenue through PRTR, and we have like 3% of the recruitment income, plus through 3 new service that we are operate around 2 to 3 years. Which is the first one is like HRIS software, which is doing the payroll, currently generate income around 0.36. And the second service is training integrated learning platform, which is have 400 courses online, also like 60 courses offline. Currently the Proximate generates 0.45% of the revenue. And the last one is the Next Move job platform that able to matching through the AI technology. Currently, we have like 0.03 income. So this is the total picture of like PRTR total HR solution that we able to provide like all service related to the people. You can connect to PRTR and get all the service at one stop. Okay, talk about like one main service of the outsourcing business. Let me tap in a little bit about the service that we are providing. Normally, the like outsourcing will get like custom to like client request. Some client may need like benefit pack differently, may need a training on different scheme. So this will be get our sale to get briefly on the client request. Then after the contract signed, we were doing a recruitment, hiring, and onboarding plus the payroll calculation. But every end of the month, we will issue invoice to clients. So basically, the people management is under PRTR. Outsourcing business currently generate a market size of 110,000 million, which is like have a market growth in 2021 to 22 around 14.9%, last 2002 to 2023 around 1%. Currently, PRTR have a market share around 5.6. The key strength of the outsourced business for PRTR, the costing model is different from some vendor. Because this model is called cost plus model, which is basically we are charging whatever we are paying to the staff and on top with the service fee. So this is like low risk. We are not bearing like severance pay. Every cost will be passed back to the client. We are not hiring the candidate if we don't have a contract signed with the client. And the key strength is like our client is like more than average, like top client is with PRTR for like 8 years. We are having a system to support the outsourced business. We is calling like PRTR Connect to able to get like start to check like online attendance and able to manage people through the system. Okay, so for outsourcing business, we having running with like around 400 clients currently and around 20,000 outsourced staff under PRTR. Let's say, for example, you go through like a department store and like have like product consultant stand for like brand that is like hiring under PRTR. So I'll go through a little bit deeper when we are talking more about outsourced business. For recruitment, basically it's like normal headhunt. We have like strong database, 650,000. We have shortlist for the client based on the job requirement. We will manage our recruiter to do the client interview. Before send to the client, we will have a test. Then once like signing employment, then we are charging like one-time service fee. Market size is around 3,000 million. And market share for PRTR currently is 8.9. Market is still growth. Even like 2021 to 2022 is around 21% growth, and last 2 years is like 4.4%. The key strength of PRTR, we are manage like recruitment through all the job function and all job level. As you can see on the right hand side, we have 140 recruiter cover like all the job function. So not like special. We also have a specialized team for client. Let's say if you want to look at for like only IT, we also have a strong team to support that. For the company highlight, last year, 2024, we are having a new record on the revenue, 7,367 million baht, which is like 15% year-on-year growth. Also on the net profit side, we have net profit margin 3.1%, close the profit at 227 million. Also a new record, 10% on year-on-year. As I mentioned on the outsourced staff, basically on beginning of the year, we are setting target at 18,500, but from our performance last year, we achieved 103%, have 2,200 headcount increase, which is not 13%. So we are closing at 19,000 outsourced staff in last year. Also on the number of placement or recruitment, we are placing 2,500 candidates last year, 3% growth. For the dividend, I will pass to our CFO to explain.
This year, the board of directors decided to pay the dividend at 0.25 baht per share. So it's increased from the last year that we pay the dividend in total at 90 million baht to 150 million baht. So the dividend yield will increase from last year that we have the dividend yield around 3.2% to 6.7%. And our dividend payout ratio is at the rate at 66%. And for the next year, we target to maintain our current dividend payout ratio like this year.
One main strong point for PRTR, as you can see that we have been outsourced business generate around 95% of the income, which contract is like minimum 1 year. So we generate this strong recurring revenue over 95%, include like a new service that partly will be an SaaS model, which will be also generate a recurring income in the future. So this is like a strong point. For outsourcing service, as I mentioned that we are having a new record. Look at the portfolio of the outsourcing service. Revenue by industry is like spread over like diversity of like industry. Mainly it will be under like consumer electronics, because basically the product consultant is the key job function that we are providing service to the client, which is like around 43% is like product consultant under like consumer and telecom. Also telecom is like number 2, and e-commerce and IT This is like the portfolio of like revenue. This is you can see the 2-3 main functions that have a high growth last year is like banking, finance, pharma and beauty and like telecom. In terms of the job function, we are not only doing the product consultant, we also have like office engineer, worker, sales and marketing, customer service, IT and driver as well. Revenue growth last year for outsource is 15.6%. Revenue increase mainly from the existing client around 8% and on the new client around 7%. So for the outlook of like outsource service this year, I let research.
So as you can see from last year, we still focus on the product consultant that we are good at it. So for this year, we will continue the same strategy to go to the position of product consultant. So in terms of job function, mainly we feel like we still have a lot of opportunity to grow into product consultant market in those industry of consumer electronic. But in this year, it's going to be smaller brand from China and from Korea that we think like we can go to that market. At the moment, just for first 2 months, we already like engaged with the customer and we have like strong potential on those area. Based on last year, we also got a contract from banking and insurance. So when we explore to that market, we also see the opportunity that we can grow to that banking and insurance industry in both customer service and office staff. Okay, and also we just also won the contract from oil and gas industry for technical and engineer, and we have expand also to facility management industry where we can be able to provide engineer and technician. So for this year, we feel like we can still have secure the strong growth of outsourcing. We target on the revenue growth from 10 to 15%, and also we pinpoint our outsource staff to 20,500 headcount for this year.
From like recruitment service, we also have a revenue from like various industry. Mainly is like from service 12%, pharma and beauty 10%. Number of placement, we are separate it to 3 job level, like junior, middle and executive. Look at the number of placement, you can see that like for the junior level, we have a high growth during like 2022 to 2024 because we are targeted that this segment is like have a high demand. For executive this year slightly dropped due to like demand on IT in banking and finance slightly dropped, so the placement for executive level is slightly dropped last year. For the revenue by level 2024, we are closing revenue for recruitment at 241 million, slightly dropped due to the market demand is dropped last year. Revenue generated from existing customer is around 41% for recruitment. Let's see for the outlook this year.
So for this year, as you can see from the figure, we will continue to focus on junior level recruitment due to the fact that there's not much competitor in that market and we can make similar margin comparing to executive and middle management position. So we are planning to grow on junior recruitment from 2,000 headcount to 2,200 headcounts. And for middle management and executive level, after we did the market mapping, we found out that this year there will be more opportunity for IT staff again coming back due to the license of virtual banking. So bank might like try to prepare the application and the software for end user later. So we will focus not to the bank so much, but also to the IT company where they help bank to build those applications as well. The other industry that we think we can focus is also retail, wholesale, because right now like wholesale and retail is coming back from COVID and we still see trend that we can grow to that industry.
So target growth this year, we are aim to grow like recruitment around 10 to 15% this year. From the new service, let's see.
For the new service, last year our new service had been a significant growth of 85%, but we still record a loss 16 million baht but we reduced that loss by 32% from 2023, and we project to turn this business profitability in this year. And I want to focus on the Pinno solution, that is the HIS platform. We are focusing on increase the revenue from Pinno because last year we have user around 20,000 users, and from our implementation plan, we have user increase to 42,000 user at end of Feb. And for the whole year, at the end of the year, we target that we will have the user in the system around 50,000. And for Pinno contract in hand that we have right now at 67% of our target in this year. So I think we can achieve the revenue from Pinno in 2025. And for the backsmith, we're focusing on two key improvements. First, we want to boosting revenue that we secure. Last year, we secure a major client across the real estate, energy, finance, and insurance. And the second, we reduce the operating cost by 10% in 2025. So we think that Pinno and backsmith have an opportunity to make a profit for the company in this year. And we target that in 2025, our net profit margin from new service will increase to 2.5% from that we record a loss in 2024.
So for business outlook this year, we are confident that we can have the revenue growth from 10 to 15%, even though in this economy of Thailand, but we based on the contract that we already secure and also the opportunity that we find from our business development, we are confident that we can deliver 10 to 15% growth. For the new service, as you can see on the right-hand side, we confident that we can double the revenue from 67 million baht to 120 million baht, and the loss of the new service will be gone this year finally. So we will make the profit of the new business from this year onward. So for M&A update. So after we try to get the company to do M&A, so the focus of M&A for PRTR is basically we're gonna continue to do the M&A to the business that related to PRTR, which means that it's related to either outsource in other functions. So right now we have one strong M&A that we almost signed service purchase agreement. So the company provide driver and maid service. In this case, the revenue is around 150 to 200 million baht. Net profit margin is similar or slightly higher than PRTR. And they have like the growth of 20% year on year. So with this new M&A that we are having at the moment, we feel like we can learn to the new segment that we don't have experience before. And after we tap into that company or we understand the market, how the cost model work, we'll be able to expand the PRTR service to those markets. So that will be the focus area for us. So in terms of investment to the other segment, we still feel like another job function that we are not like good at it yet. For example, like we are good at like product consultant, but we are thinking about like more company in like FMCG doing how can I say merchandiser. We want to explore on that, okay? And then we want to explore more on maybe the other industry like oil and gas, so those kind of things. So right now we try to make sure that the company that we will do M&A is number one, they specialists in human resource. Number two, they already make the profit, and we can tap in. It doesn't matter like small or big company, but when we tap in and then we learn and then we have an opportunity to expand to those markets.
Okay, next will be like financial performance.
Our total revenue rose sharply by 15% from the last year and driven by the growth in outsourcing services. And gross profit also increased by 7.1%. However, our gross profit margin declined from last year from 10% to 9.4% because of a drop in recruitment services. Next, we will talk about the outsourcing services. For outsourcing services, revenue reached 7,000 million baht and marking an approximately 16% increase. Our growth was driven by 7% from new project and plus additional 8% increase from our existing project. Main of the outsourcing staff that increased came from consumer electronic, telecom, and banking sector. Our gross profit loss in line with the revenue growth. So we have a gross profit growth around 14% in 2024. And for the recruitment services, our revenue dropped by 10% and largely due to the reduced demand in middle and executive role, especially in IT. And gross profit, if you see that our gross profit margin decreased from 62% to 55% because cost of service, most of cost of service is a recruiter salary that have fixed cost. So the drop in revenue naturally led to the lower gross profit margin. For the new service, our new service in total increased by 85%, and our gross profit margin is increased by 42%. We will still record a loss for the new services, but we expected that this year is turned to be profitable for company. For the operating expense, we achieve a better expense management and we successfully maintain the internal staff at 600 people. And so from the maintain the internal staff, that is a major cost of our company. So operating expense per revenue dropped from 6.4% to 5.8%, and we expected to maintain this operating expense per revenue rate in this year too. And net profit, we have net profit at 227 million baht, increased by 10% and marking a new high for our company in this year. And next is the balance sheet. We still have a strong financial position. Our finance position is solid with 480 million baht in cash. And this liquidity support our business expansion allow us to invest in additional venture. And we still don't have a interest-bearing debt in the company, so we are debt-free company right now. For financial cash flow, our operating cash flow stand at 116 million baht, and we are currently hold around 480 million baht in cash. The strong position enable us to pay the dividend annually. As many people asking about our growth and our financial to support our growth, as we know that our outsourcing business requires substantial working capital. Our operating cash flow alone in 2024 are sufficient to support our growth. But in addition, we have 480 million baht in cash, and we have bank facility around 600 million baht. That is sufficient to support our growth to 15,000 million baht in revenue. So we are in the strong point. And as I mentioned, that our operating cash flow after reduce the working capital that we used the last year, we still remain operating cash flow at 52% of net profit. And the last one is the key financial ratio. Our key financial ratio remains strong. we maintain a current ratio at 4.2 and a debt to equity ratio is 0.4. That our balance sheet and stable in our financial position. ROE stand at 14.3% down from last year due to the increase in equity following our 2023 IPO. And looking ahead, we expect our ROE to remain at least at this level in the future. And our net profit is 10.1% at the same level as the year 2023.
Okay, last part is like on the sustainable of PRTR on the ESG side. So we have like CSA certified and we have like CG 5-star excellent for 2 consecutive years. Also, we will develop the standard of like ISO through the Pinot solution to gain trust from our customer. Also contribution to the social on the CSR event that basically we are joining hand with like university and like to share knowledge on like people to get them ready on the working labor market. So that's on the CSR event. So if you have a question after this session, please feel free to reach out to our IR. You can drop an email to IR@PRTR as well. Normally, like every quarter, we will have a CV and like routine for like if set have a digital roadshow, you can join the session to understand like company growth and like strategy on like every quarter. So since like there are no question, we will end this session early. Please feel free to drop your question after the session, as I said. Thank you, ka.
This session has come to the end. Thank you very much, investor and corporate, for joining the conference. If you do need further details, please feel free to drop us an email. ขอบคุณครับ
ขอบคุณค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ